Christmas smartphone. Life's good when you live interestingly.
When our chefs wake up on time, our kitchen works on time. When the hostesses wake up on time, they look oh so pretty on time. When our pilots take off on time, we get our work done on time. We become the world's most powerful economy on time. On time is a wonderful thing.
I am proud to visit India so early in my presidency. This has been my longest visit to another country since becoming president. For in Asia and around the world, India is not simply emerging. India has emerged. I've always found inspiration in the life of Gandhiji and his simple and profound lesson to be the change we seek in the world. And long live the partnership between India and the United States. Bahut Dhanyavad. And Jai Hind.
Hello and welcome to Business Day. We're tracking Barack Obama and his all-important visit to India, especially the statement that was put out at the joint parliament. Those were the lighter moments. Now let's get down to the big stories. Obama backs India in the UN Security Council.
We salute India's long history as a leading contributor to the United Nations peacekeeping missions. And we welcome India as it prepares to take its seat on the United Nations Security Council.
A big breakthrough that comes in when US finally puts it on the record, says we will back India, and we do hope that the UNSC will reform to include 21st century nations like India.
India is not in the business of stealing jobs from the United States of America.
The Indian Prime Minister puts the record straight when it comes to outsourcing, says India does not steal American jobs, even as Barack Obama makes a big pitch to take American job opportunities back home. The Indo-US CEO Forum gives it a thumbs up. The forum discusses plans on executing the new business partnership regime and roadmap. $1.5 billion come into a single day. That's the foreign inflow coming into the Indian markets thanks to Coal India. State Bank of India sees its profit after tax at 2,500 crores, just a tad above last quarter. This is below market estimates. GE's Jeff Immelt, in an exclusive interview to ET Now, says that the India model is working for GE and they will replicate it in many parts of the world. Our big story is the fact that the US has decided and put in words to back India's permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council. That is our big story, as Barack Obama addressed the joint parliament today, making that very clear by finally putting his hint into actual words. Obama said that they do welcome India to the United Nations Security Council and that they hope the UNSC will reform to include 21st century countries like India, because US considers and values India for UN peacekeeping.
We valued India's important role at Copenhagen, where for the first time all major economies committed to take action to confront climate change and to stand by those actions. We salute India's long history as a leading contributor to United Nations peacekeeping missions. And we welcome India as it prepares to take its seat on the United Nations Security Council.
Let's take you to our correspondent Supriya Srinath, who joins us from Delhi. Supriya, Obama's Delhi Darbar certainly turned out to be quite bigger than just a diplomacy pitch, and this is what India wanted. We seem to now be satisfied, don't we?
Oh yes, and interestingly enough, Obama, just before he landed in India, had said that this is a difficult and a complex issue, and now of course he goes there and fully endorses India's claim to the UNSC bid. So big day for India, considering this is a backing coming in from one of the most powerful nations in the world, the United States. So that 5-member elusive club will finally perhaps have India. It's going to join in as a member for the next 2 years. Now whether or not that can convert into a permanent membership is something we'll have to watch out for, but the fact is that the 5-member club will expand into 9, and India perhaps will be a member of that club. Perhaps the right thing for Obama to have done in India, a country that he seems to be referring to with all that fondness, and especially considering this is the largest democracy, and he kept referring to it throughout his parliament speech. Little wonder then that India gets its place on the highest table of international politics, which indeed is the UNSC. But to my mind, I think the biggest high point of Obama's speech in parliament today was the reference he made to 4 people in India: Mahatma Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, Vivekanand, and B.R. Ambedkar. So he'd done his homework. His speech was in place, and he was really out there to woo the leaders.
All right, let's now take you from Supriya to Navika, who's got more details on the political side, of course, where everybody has been watching this with care, watching Obama's words and what could be worth reading between the lines.
Clearly at this point in time, the support that has come in for India from President Obama in his address to the parliament for backing India for its bid for a seat in the UN Security Council high table is something that India was really dreaming of. This is what really the political establishment as well as the diplomatic establishment would say dreams are really made of. And this staunch backing really ushers India onto the high table and makes it a part of the global superpower regime. And the fact that President Obama said that India is no longer an emerging economy or an emerging world power, it has already emerged, is something that will really be a shot in the arm for the political establishment.
That's right, of course, a big shot in the arm for the political establishment there, Supriya and Navika, with the big story, UNSC. Well, that's really what has been now put out there as a backing of the US. But yes, on the business side, through the morning, there was a big debate on outsourcing which continued, especially since we had both President Barack Obama saying that he is looking to bring back jobs into America and that doing business in India is actually key to that story. And then the Indian Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, making it extremely clear that India not in a business of stealing American jobs.
Some of the deals that we have struck are ones that will create jobs in the United States. That's absolutely true.
India is not in the business of stealing jobs from the United States of America. Our outsourcing industry, I believe, has helped to improve the productive capacity and productivity of American